That's all right.
God
I'm kind of glad because I felt like I was reeking of hot dog shit.
Dude, how'd that even happen?
I don't know. Is it going now?
Yeah, it's going now.
Okay.
God, I hate my life.
No, it's fine. Well, hey, welcome back to We Got Fat.
Welcome back.
This is John Mungavan.
Is your phone recording still?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sure my phone will die and this whole thing will be ruined at some point. How many minutes would you say? 10,
I don't even
15?
know. 10.
It doesn't matter. I genuinely halfway through what I was just saying was like, this is...
I love how your cat just... your brother's cat just broke.
Philip?
His arm...
How did he get in here?
His arm came through the door and opened it like... Imagine...
Philip, if you're going to be in here, get up here. Yeah, be on camera.
Can I bring him up? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
He's pretty chill.
Okay.
I mean, he might...
He'll come up.
Yeah, there you go.
My roommate's cat will not come up.
This is Philip. He's fatter than both of us. Have you felt this guy? Feel his meaty fucking...
Oh, yeah.
He's such a
He's
fat
got
ass.
some stopping power to it.
Yeah, he fits right in.
This is the cat you want.
Philip. Yeah, that's an awesome cat.
Yeah.
That cat, I woke up
They
this
call
morning
it the
with
dog
him.
of cats.
Yeah, he is like a dog cat. Look at him.
Yeah.
He loves love.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool, Philip. Don't stop being like that. I love when cats they put their face on like, oh, more. Yeah, all right.
And like, what do we have to do? Like, smoke medical marijuana?
Yeah, to get what they're feeling right now.
Like, smoke marijuana, like take Klonopin.
Yeah, we have to at least tie something around our arm.
And all I have to do is pet him. My roommate's cat, whenever I take a shower, and I go in my room, he like wants to go in my room so bad, and just when I pet him, he can like smell the soap.
Yeah, dude, my cat's weird. My girlfriend's cat is weird as hell. Like, loves my dirty clothes, but I think it's something wrong with me because I've been staying at my brother's house a few days here. I don't remember if we said that at the beginning of this or not.
Oh yeah,
we're here at my brother's basement. And
the badass new shelter.
Hell yeah, the bomb shelter. And my brother's dog is like 95 years old, just limping around, smelling. And I came home yesterday from work, and she had my underwear, my dirty underwear, like as a toy. Like she was chewing on it. And I was like, do I smell like some type of way that animals are just like, get his shit stained undies all over me?
Dude, can I tell you something? I was going to text you this.
Yeah.
But if so my roommate's cat will like demand to stay in my room.
Is
like,
his name Philip too?
Yeah.
Oh, Philly.
No, his name's Philly or whatever. Some bullshit. The worst name you can.
Yeah,
it's a terrible name.
This is Philip. Like
yeah, like an actual real name. But
no, he won't bite you hard.
No, he's just vibing.
He's just like, let me get a little nibble.
He's like that one guy who's not a manager who's just been working there a long time. You know what I mean?
Dude,
hey man, I'm just along for the ride.
It's so funny you say that because he's their oldest cat. The youngest cat is now like an outdoor cat, so he comes and goes. And this cat wants to go outside so bad, but he's just like, I'm not an outdoor
He's like,
cat.
listen, man, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin in the 90s. Now I work 16 hours a week.
He's like, I've been here. I'm holding down the fort. I'm not gonna leave, but
I got a boat. It's not a pontoon boat. It's a fishing boat. But guess what? I'm not a.
Oh my god!
Look at all that. Look at this. Dude, he set us up.
Oh, Philly dickhead. Take that with you, you cocksucker.
He said, he was in and out.
He literally came in, fucked us up, and left. You know what he did? That was like, I feel like that's what like the Nazis did with like gas and poison. They'd be like, yeah, we're cool. And then they'd be like, poison. I'm out.
Mustard gas.
Yeah, mustard
dude.
Gases.
He was literally like, I could use a good shedding. Who's gonna pet me? What idiots are gonna pet me?
Yeah, he's like, I'll do that cute shit where they go like this. That's all set up. Oh, fuck. I had something to say and I lost it, and then I just tried to make it up as I went.
No, it's all right.
What did you do today? What were you up to?
Today I went to work, and that was fine because I think I was just telling you that I don't even go out on the weekends anymore because I much rather, if I'm going to go out, I want to do stand up.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to buy drinks. I know I'm going to try to have a good time, so I'm not going to try to do this
I was saying this to Liz the other day, my girlfriend Liz, my beautiful girlfriend.
Oh, you're not coming back in here.
He's back. Phil's back. He just knocks over the tripod.
Yeah. No. He's like, it's the record button.
What are you up to, dude? But, shit, what were we just talking about? Working. What'd you say you did today? You worked? I
went to work. I didn't go out.
Oh,
drinking.
Not going out. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is I'm at the age now where if I go out, I can like go out and just have a fun time, but there has to be some sort of productive value to it. Like if I do stand up and then we just go drinking after, I'm down. But if we're like, hey, do you want to meet up and just go drink? I'm like,
those days are over, brother.
We're just spending money.
Yeah,
we're literally. Part of it is because I'm not single. When I'm you're single, it's easy to be like, well, we're gonna go try to meet people.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like,
that
would happen once every 6 months.
How does that always end up? Not great.
Never. Yeah, never great. Once in a while.
Sure, when you're 21, from 21 to like 25 every single night. Yes.
Yeah.
But at this age, it's like, come on, you've done this for enough years where you know what's going down.
Yeah, and it's also like we're getting to the age where when you're at a bar, like 25-year-old girls are like, oh, you're like an old guy. Because they don't understand that 30 is the same, like 25 and 30.
No.
Like they don't realize they're going to be 30 next year, basically.
Yeah,
Because I remember feeling that way. I was like, you a 30-year-old? And I was 25, and now I'm 30. I'm like, it is way old. Like, I am way older than 25, but my brain is still...
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's the same.
You just get shit when you get older. I swear, it's the truth.
Yeah, that's dude.
When
that's
you're
what
older,
I've been baking on. I'm like, yeah. I think I just get a house soon.
Yeah. When you're older,
but here we are in my brother's basement.
When you're older, you just get shit. Apparently, like this cat.
Yeah, I mean that's what he's lounging around waiting for. Sack of shit.
He's like, I know someone's gonna pet me again.
That is a beautiful cat, the coloring on him. I don't know if you guys, anybody watching this, if you saw the coloring on this cat, but he's got a bit of a gray tiger stripe vibe for the most part, but then he's got white legs. And
dude, he's like a tuxedo cat.
Yeah, but like tiger gray. Phil.
We at the last restaurant I worked at, we had different flavors of chicken wings.
Hell yeah.
And one was called Asian style, which was just my ploy, which is like pretty like sweet and sour.
Wait, what do you said my ploy?
Yeah.
Like you made it?
No. My like MAIY ploy.
God, I'm so white.
It's Vietnamese or something.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Well, it's not even a white thing. It's just a working in a restaurant thing.
Yeah, true. But I thought you meant like my ploy, like you were tricking the customer.
No, what I'm saying is like any wings place, buffalo, garlic parm, barbecue, and sweet and sour.
Or like teriyaki.
And that's what my ploy is. Pretty much. Does that make sense?
I got you.
Like the Asians.
Yeah.
But when you ring it up in the ticket, like off the ticket printer, it would just say Asian style. So I'd go, 1 order wings, Asian style. Asian style.
To be honest, that sounds less racist than you being like, 1 order of wings, my ploy, or whatever. That sounds...
that's just one of the ingredients. It was that we incorporated other ingredients.
I got you.
But I'm just saying, like, my ploy is just like a stock sauce. It's like
I see. It's like
a stock sauce.
It's like GHB or whatever the fuck it's called.
GHB.
Yeah. Or wait, what's the stuff?
GHB is the dairy.
Wait. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like
were you putting everything?
You know when you're making your girlfriend a meal. No, I meant what's the thing in Asian food?
MSG.
MSG.
MSG's the powder.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, so you know what's really funny is that my mother is terrified of MSG. That cares absolutely nothing about her children's mental health. but we can't have Chinese food because there's MSG.
Wait, is she scared for herself or scared for you guys?
The whole nation.
She's like, we need to get rid of.
She would buy like MSG, like fear mongering books.
Well, dude, that's what I kind of thought too. I thought of it as like microplastic. It's like, oh, you don't want that. And then I was watching a video. They're like, add a tablespoon of MSG. I'm like, wait, what? Add a tablespoon of like.
When my mom grew up in the 80s, she would watch news updates about the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah.
About like how everyone was dropping dead and they were like, doing marches and like all the whole thing, like awareness and stuff. I mean, of course she cared. I'm sure she went to a couple rallies herself with we have to love each other. You know, she's a very liberal person.
Right.
But listen to me.
I'm listening, baby.
MSG. It was like 28 days later.
Yeah.
The zombie movie.
Right.
She was like, we're boarding up the windows.
Well,
in case any MSG comes in the neighborhood. She had special ordered books about how dangerous it was.
I feel like that means at least she's looking into stuff. I never even heard of MSG until I watched New Girl. And there's an episode of New Girl where he's like, there's a Chinese restaurant that says they don't put MSG in shit. And then they eat it, and the Winston gets lockjaw, and he's like, I am allergic to MSG. You guys put MSG in this because I have lockjaw. And I was like, what the fuck is MSG? And then I like looked into it, and it's like, oh, it's terrible for you. But I'm like, oh. And then I'm watching recipes, and they're telling you to put it in. And I'm like, I don't get what this is.
Whatever episode of New Girl that was like some honest like bullshit,
hacky bullshit. Yeah,
probably
that's
racist.
Kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, actually, because MSG is totally fine. And,
it's
of
just
course,
like a type of salt. Right?
You shouldn't shake out a line of MSG and fucking snort it like a pix. Like, you know what I mean?
We're gonna do that after the show.
But I'll be honest with you, I've worked with MSG before. It only makes things taste better, and so
that's what I've heard. That's all I've heard about it since I used to think this cat is going to. I can tell he's going to ruin this.
The way cats will show you, they'll foreshadow to you that they're going to fuck something up because they'll just hang out next to it and they'll look at you.
You know what it is about this cat? This cat, he's my favorite.
You know what he says? I
love him.
He's riding for Mike right now because he's like, I know you guys are having fun.
Yeah, he's like, Mike works down here.
He works down here,
time.
And you're having fun down here.
Yeah.
And
although now he might be turning on Mike because now he's got Mike's work cord,
just ready to chomp it.
No, but I know he's gonna fuck some shit up because since I've been here like 3 days now. He has not really been hanging around me much. The other cat has, and the dog has. This cat's been chilling, and I'm like, I'm waiting for him. He knows that now I'm comfortable and having fun, and he's like, oh, I can't have
time
that.
To burn the house down.
Yeah. I know what you're up to, Philip. I got my
he's trying to play it off like he's not listening.
Yeah, I know. No cat is that well fed and stupid, you know.
And he's not even a fat cat. He's a healthy, full cat.
Yeah, I think he's fat.
Well,
I mean, it
we're
might be because the
other
cat is very thin, so it might be that just the contrast. But that's a heavy boy.
Wait, I'm a fatter guy, right? I can look at someone and call them fat, right?
Yeah.
You're fat.
Yeah. Oh, were you trying to be nice to him?
No, I'm saying in general.
Oh yeah.
Or like doing a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
you're fat.
That's an annoying thing about like gaining and losing weight all the time is you have to like course correct for like who you can call fat because now the people I would have called fat before now it's rude. Before they were the same size as me. Now I've lost weight and it's like now I can't call them a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah.
Before I did coke for a weekend.
Yeah, but before I didn't realize I ordered the regular Prego jar sauce besides the 25% less sodium reductant sauce. I got all bloated.
Oh, it was vodka sauce? I thought it was goddamn red sauce.
No, I think spaghetti and jar sauce makes you just gigantic, bro.
Yeah, it's got to be the salt, right?
Yeah, there's certain foods I swear to God that you'll eat as a child and then you'll just feel like exploded.
No, dude, yesterday I had ramen noodles before bed.
Oh yeah.
Because, dude, this is the thing. I was like a career house sitter for a while, and now I'm back on my bullshit.
Yeah.
And when you find a house that's loaded with ramen noodles, it's impossible to not eat. They're
the
so
different
good.
flavors.
Yeah. And I just ate them before bed, and I woke up and my eye sockets were like 2 inches deep. I couldn't find where my eyelids were. I was like, holy shit.
Holy dude.
So, yeah, I do think like spaghetti and it's got to be the sodium, I guess. I don't know.
100%.
I don't know what makes people fat anymore. All I'm doing is this is my new thing. So I'm just working out every day. If I don't work out in a day, it's like not brushing my teeth. That's what I've decided. I've made that commitment to myself. I'm like, you're basically not brushing your teeth that day. That's disgusting. You need to go work out. So that's what I've convinced myself of. And then my diet has just been, don't be a gluttonous piece of shit. Like I try to eat like chicken, salmon, or beef with rice or vegetables. Mm-hmm. And it's going pretty good. The problem is once in a while you really crave sausage rigatoni, and then you eat.
That sausage rigatoni was
good.
Really good.
Yeah, it was good.
But I don't think that was that bad for us.
Yeah, I don't see. This is the thing. Me and you are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Girls don't get it. They don't because we understand that it's like, yeah, it's bad for you, but if you don't eat like too much of it, it's not like gonna kill you.
If you make it from scratch, it's not as bad for you.
That too. Which I did for the most part. I made the sauce from scratch and shit. But I don't know. All I know is every girl I've ever dated that has told me she wants to lose weight just immediately cuts out meat and switches to
no.
And you're like, that's not the problem. It's not that you need more tofu. Every girl that I've ever dated that wants to lose weight is like, I'm gonna eat tofu from now on. And
here's the thing. Here's it. Taking a food group and boosting it is going to make you fatter because you're eating more calories.
Yeah. Well, because if you switch to tofu, now there's more space for carbs.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're just eating carbs to replace all the protein you were eating before.
Yo, on Instagram, do you just see everyone putting every meat they cook, they put it on sourdough? You ever see that?
Yes.
Yo, you see a perfectly good cut of meat.
Yeah.
What do? They chop it.
They make some weird salsa slaw.
Yeah, some aioli or whatever the fuck on sourdough bread.
I'm glad you brought this up because I get mad.
And it's bread. You hear the crunch. And you see him bite super hard. It's like, oh, that will destroy my gums.
I was gonna say, I'm sure
calories
it tastes
alone.
great.
Calories alone, you've just ripped my gums to shreds.
Well, and the other thing about it is, have you ever made like a steak sandwich that's not shredded steak, like slices of steak?
Yeah.
You're gonna take one bite,
and
you're gonna get 4 logs of steak.
Yeah, it's all gonna come out.
The bread is gonna be. You're only gonna rip off the crust of the bread. And that's going to go in your mouth. Then you just have the dough with sauce.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, that's always how it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have some lettuce and a piece of tomato.
I'm so glad you said that because I watch it and I think I'm like I thought it meant that I was poor for some reason. Because every time I've made those sandwiches, I'm like, oh, that looks good.
Well, that's where you...
And then I'm like, am I just so poor that the bread isn't good enough?
No, the poor is... You supplement with the bread.
Yeah. Because you have the bread on the side with some butter.
If you have a nice cut of meat, you're good.
Totally.
You can end the video right there. Yeah. But when you put it on a fucking
not everything needs to be a sandwich. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Not everything needs to be a sandwich.
Yeah, you don't need to slather it in mayonnaise and oil.
Yeah.
And make a sandwich. That's why I've just seen a million where they're like, it's a nice expensive cut of meat. And then they chop it up and they just jam it in a sandwich.
Dude, I was watching a video of this guy who I think you've sent. I forget his name.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, he was just saying, like, just make your food not taste so good. Like, you can still make it good, but not, like, the best thing ever. Because he's like, that's why you keep eating, because it tastes so good that you have to... And I'm like, oh, yeah, your food shouldn't be delicious every
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Because that's kind of how I've been operating. I'm like, how can I make this the best tasting thing ever?
Oh, by putting a piece of cheese.
Yeah, it's
One or
like
two
you're always
pieces
just
of cheese
adding
on it,
something
yeah.
that's terrible for you. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it shouldn't. And maybe that's really obvious to people, but that wasn't to me. I was like, oh, I should make healthy food taste really good. And he's like, well, then you're just going to eat too much of that as well, and you'll still gain weight. You just need to make it not...
See, like...
Because it becomes a drug.
You gotta season it more.
You gotta season it, but not so much that you can't get enough
sodium.
of it. Yeah. Because it's like...
But with the sauces is where... Because there's so much sugar and fat in the sauces.
Yeah, sauces will get you.
There's no way against it.
Yeah.
Because I made sauces. I actually fancy myself somewhat of a sommelier.
Saucy sommelier?
No, a saucier.
You know what I really liked about that? You backed up like, wait till you hear this one. And it was pretty much the same thing. I was like, oh, like a sauce sommelier? You're like, no. A saucier. Which is the other thing I loved about it is that is what I was trying to say, and I still didn't get there.
So, like, pretty much how you make every salad dressing is you throw a bunch of herbs and whatever
and
other
oil.
shit. No. The oil, you just do this.
Forever. Yeah.
You're supposed to pour it in
fill
really
a bag.
slowly.
Fill a Wegmans bag of.
Like you're supposed to go Franzia pour.
Yeah.
Franzia pour oil into a blender with whatever.
Yeah.
Lemon juice.
I did that when I lived in Phoenix. I made my own salad dressing, and I was such an alcoholic at the time that the only container I had that I could put it in was like a mini, like a flask-size bottle of Jack Daniels, like an empty Jack Daniels, and I would just have a Jack Daniels bottle in my fridge.
Oh yeah.
And people would come over like, "Do you have salad dressing?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's the that bottle of liquor right there with herbs inside of it."
Dude. You're a pretty good cook. Do you ever sometimes think about your single days when you'd cook it for yourself, being like, if I was cooking for somebody else right now, they would fall in love with me? And that kind of what kind of made you a better cook, kind of, sort of?
You're nailing it. Well, because I was a terrible cook most of the time that I was single. Like, I remember I made you and our other roommate.
Yeah, but that's not where you make a woman garbage plates.
No, but that genuinely was like a turning point for me because I was very bad at cooking. But then that day, I fucked up the recipe to make. I was making you and the garbage plates.
You put too much cinnamon or whatever.
Yeah, I accidentally dumped it, and then I just figured it out based on taste, and I was like, oh shit, I know how to do stuff. And then when I moved to Phoenix, I lived alone and was just drunk all the time. And I would just fuck up. I would try to make stuff I saw on YouTube and I'd just be hammered. I remember I didn't have anything to measure the temperature of oil. And I was trying to make fish fry and so I would just turn the heat all the way up and have the oil on and then just drop a breaded piece of fish. And I'd take it out and it would be burnt on the outside and then the inside would be gum.
Shit. Well,
I fucked up.
No one has a fucking laser temperature reader.
Yeah, I do now.
Oh, how much was it? $20?
Maybe. I think $10. It is worth it. You should get one
or you just tell me what setting, how many liters to.
But even then, dude, it's finicky because sometimes I'll put it on medium heat, but if you leave it on medium heat for 10 minutes instead of 5. Now it's 600 degrees.
This is why you shouldn't fry things at home.
This is why I almost exploded my fucking kitchen.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that? I was gonna make homemade French fries, and I was doing something, and I asked my girlfriend to clean out the pan so that I could put oil in it. She didn't realize that you can't leave even a drop of water in the pot if you're gonna put oil in there. So that she just washed it and let it dry and then filled it with oil, and then I came home and turned the oil on. So there's probably a tablespoon of water at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I was like waiting for it to heat up, and it you think I'm exaggerating? Whatever I'm telling you, it's worse. Dude, our ceiling was, I have a picture on my phone. The entire ceiling was wet. And then the entire floor, for weeks, we couldn't get the oil. It exploded like a bomb, and I was standing like 5 feet away. I got a burn, like my lip was burnt. Like, it fucked up our whole kitchen. And I still haven't made French fries. That was my first attempt, and I was like, I'm too scared to do it. Even though I know what went wrong, I'm like, I can't do that again.
This is what, bro. Air fryer French fries, not bad.
That's what I usually do, but it was one of those times where I'm like, no, I was gonna make specifically shoestring French fries, because I've probably had them like 3 times in my life. They're kind of hard to find. You don't get shoestring.
I'm a fry cook. You know that, right?
Yeah,
That's my only transferable skill.
Yeah. Have you ever blown up
you're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah, but wait, at every restaurant you've worked at, have they had shoestring fries? Is it common or no?
No, not.
They're kind of rare, right?
More as a garnish.
Right. Right.
We did shoestrings.
You put them on like a burger.
At the most recent one, but the problem is we cut our own potatoes, so we had the shoestring attachment. But it was too much of a hassle,
yeah.
Dude,
that was the other thing. It took me. I did it by hand with a knife. Like I just I peeled the potato and then cut them into like tiny slits. It took forever.
But this is also the same chef who would like fry fish just like on a burner.
Oh,
just
yeah.
He had like a pot that he'd like with like whatever, like 4 inches of oil. He'd put in there and just be like, it would be the scariest. It was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it is scary when somebody gets really confident at a dangerous task, because you're like, yeah, I know you think you have this under control, but I'm fresh eyes.
When you're used to just dropping everything in the deep fryer.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't give a I'll deep fry anything.
I always bring up my friend Corey. In high school, he was in woodshop class, and he was the best student in the class. So we started helping everybody with their projects. It was we were making stools. I wasn't in his class. I'm making it sound like I was, but I was in the classroom next door. But he got so good at it that the teacher was like, Corey, why don't you help everyone? You're so good. So he started going around and going, you guys are fucking up. Let me help you out with this. Table saw. He got cocky. Didn't use the pushy stick. He just used his hand. It wobbled, and his instinct was to slam his hand on it to stop it from wobbling. Cut off his finger, flew across the classroom, blood everywhere.
Jesus.
He has he's got permanent shocker hand. Yeah. I watched it. I saw him get taken out on it. It was insane. It's one of those things that I feel like every time somebody tells this story, everyone's like, yeah, everyone has one guy at their school that did that.
That's motion mechanics.
Yeah, no.
Because mechanics are pretty much car surgeons.
Yeah, I actually think the opposite with mechanics. I think just pay them more. Yeah. I don't think they should have to go to more. Well, I don't know what school they go to, but it seems like they all pretty much know what they're.
No, mechanics are like surgeons, but they go home dirty, so people treat them like shit. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is funny that it's like, oh, well, you have grease instead of blood on you, so you're scum.
Yeah,
that is a weird.
No one should become a chef.
Yeah, chef.
The kitchen was like always for people, either servants who would do it for free, or for like as a punishment.
Yeah. Although, I want to agree with you, but I feel like chefs are nowadays,
modern days.
Yeah, it's so ingrained in our.
But I'm talking about like the first creation of civilization.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing.
If you're on a sailor on a boat, right? And you try to do a mutiny or whatever, they're probably gonna have you work in the kitchen or like.
That's true.
And then like a lot of these the people working in kitchens for royal people were just like servants.
Yeah. I get. You know what's funny about being like a chef or like, I worked in a restaurant and you're literally your title is server when you're a waiter, like you're a server, and then when you're a host, like it's all like very put downy terminology. Like I got called garçon. Like I was the host, and people would be like, garçon. I'm like, what the fuck?
I want more fucking bread from my table.
Genuinely, they would yell that, and I'd be like, okay. But then it's so funny that the chefs are like held in high regard, and I'm like, it's the same thing. We're all just serving these fucks. Like,
yeah.
You know, we're all just doing what they ask us to do.
Yeah. The only servers make a ton of money. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of bullshit too. Oh shit! Should I be using a coaster?
Yeah.
That's IKEA.
You should be.
That's IKEA, dude. It's fine. Anywho.
Yeah, no, I just remember one time a chef said to one of the servers, "You guys don't even do anything. You might as well just be begging for money." Just because that's all you do. You don't do any actual work.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's very true.
Yeah.
But there's also some hot chicks standing around. Come on, you're alive.
I will say though, dude, being a server, I thought this before I was a server for like a minute.
You're my best friend.
Yeah.
Male servers are either
I'm going to agree with you, whatever you say. I just know it.
They're just
because I didn't identify as a server. I was a server literally for like a week.
You're a male server.
And they were like, you're so bad at this.
Yeah.
But this is what I was going to say. It is harder than it looks because there's so much memory shit that's involved. It's not that like there's no physically hard part about it. But you're just like, okay, I wrote this, that, like, the timing, and, like, you know what my number one complaint was? I had customers complain to my manager because I checked in on them too much. Because I would just be like, I don't know what to do, I guess I'll go. I'd be like, how is things? They're like, good, we just told you they're good. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just walking around trying not to get fired. That's all I'm trying. You look sad, so I came over and was like, is it my fault? Did I do something?
Like, you suck in the food stuff. You're like, have a nice day.
Yeah, all right, well, I can't do anything about either of those things.
I
can't fix my personality.
Yeah. But that server is also one of those jobs where, if you're bad at it and you're successful, you're like, look at me now.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, to
a certain extent. You don't want to be, like, there... I remember I worked with this dude that was like a complete dickhead to all of the coworkers. He was a dickhead to the manager, but then he would like kneel down next to the table while he took so like the customers they thought he was like the nicest guy, and it was a complete act. It was a complete, like, he was a mean dickhead, but he just could put on the face of like, hey, how are you? And people would like come in and request him. They'd be like, oh, can we get him? He's the best server. And they would think we'd be like, oh, yeah, he is the best. And we'd just be like, yeah, he can have another. But it was just a scam he was running, basically. But the thing about that is, like, okay, so he made the most money at that restaurant. That restaurant no longer exists. So dude, what is he doing? Like, what do you do?
He's the biggest asshole.
Yeah, it's like, so now you're just like, you have to just rise up the ranks.
Hopefully
at another
he's working
restaurant.
Sales somewhere else.
That's what he should do, because it's like, that's what that would be.
What's up, dude?
Okay, get in here now.
Yeah, my buddy's here again.
I'm back.
I just want to say thank God I'm editing this episode, or I hope so.
What did I miss?
No, I'm just.
Oh, dude, you know what we should talk about? Shit. You know what we should talk about again? I was talking about my dead grandpa's pictures on the wall. We're talking about the hairline thing. I think we were onto something with that.
Oh, yeah?
All right, listeners, chime in. Call in, right? Call in live. Right? I think it's complete bullshit that because they always say your hairline is dictated by your mother's father. And I'm saying, I think it's a case by case, right? How could everyone just has the same hairline as their one grandpa?
Do we get any
That's
other?
Insane.
Do we get any other? Genetic factor?
What if? All right, hear me out on this. What if your mom is a white lady with a white bald grandpa, and then your dad is a black dude and your black grandpa has a fro, you think you're going to be bald like your white dad? No, you're going to have black guy hair.
You're
right?
going to be a little Blake.
Yeah, you're not going to bald. You're going to be you're going to be full head of hair, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's science against that, but
how do I put this? You're like you're a pretty like diverse family, like let's say you're a black person, and then just your son just has blonde hair just running around.
Well, that's called your wife's a whore. That's called a cheating wife. Yeah.
All right, we're cutting that part. There's a lot we're cutting out.
That's all right, dude. I know somebody who this girl I went to high school with. She is from Iraq or somewhere Middle Eastern, and so is her husband.
Are you talking about Iraq or Iraq?
She's got a nice fit.
Oh,
but her husband is also of Middle Eastern descent, and their kid is white as fuck, like blonde, curly blonde hair. And the kid is like 3, so I'm like, maybe is that just how? I don't know. I'm in dicey territory.
Anytime he
know
sees like a box train, he just looks at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, did I fuck her? I don't remember doing that, but I could have.
Dude, how arrogant for anyone to be like, is that my kid? Did we fuck? You're like, oh, we must have fucked to have a kid like that. I must have fucked you.
You know what's funny? There's a girl that we both know that I used to date for like a small period of time. You're not even going to know who I'm talking about, but I dated her for like a small period of time. And she had a kid like 2 years later, and she wasn't dating anybody. And I literally texted her like, hey, that's not my, right? She was like, what are you talking about? And I felt so stupid. Because first of all, she used it as a time to slam me. She was like, have you seen how beautiful his skin complexion is? It's obviously not your kid. I was just like, all right. You didn't have to slam me like that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Also, I do agree it was a dumb question.
Also, you're being a little defensive right now.
But she is the kind of person that just would not tell the guy, you know? So I thought maybe it was, but it's not. I've seen the kid since.
Dude, what happened
that ain't my goddamn kid.
The internet ruined us. Imagine like having a child, probably one of the most beautiful things ever. Just some guy some guy just said like it's at like 1 o'clock in the morning being like, is that my kid?
That is probably exactly what happened. I was just drunk in bed and I'm like, I should call her. Is that my Can I make it my kid if I come over tonight? Is it too late? Is it too late to get a part of my DNA in the recipe?
The funniest thing ever is that's the point in time where you're like, I should call her.
She has a kid and then
there's already like a whole child.
It's the opposite of
shoes. He's wearing shoes.
He has
his
like
overalls on.
His jeans have like a size, like he's like a 30.
I should give her a call.
He's not wearing medium jeans anymore. He's wearing a 30-31.
He's speaking out against the president. And you're like,
yeah, he's got opinions, and I'm like, he's got opinions, and I'm like, hey, is that my kid? By chance.
He's talking about his favorite shape of SpongeBob mac and cheese. I should call her.
Dude, SpongeBob mac and cheese. It
was actually pretty
What is
good.
it about textures that just change the way you taste things?
The textures.
Yeah, the textures.
Well, sometimes you'd, I'm not saying anyone's mac and cheese is the best, but I'm saying, like, sometimes you get mac and cheese at
you don't
a
want to
certain
offend
house.
anybody.
Sometimes you go to a friend's house and they'd make mac and cheese and you're like, this is watery as shit.
Yeah.
Damn, did you add water instead of milk?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think I've done that before, and I know it's not as good, but it's
but
that's all I got.
If you don't got butter, no, if you don't have butter
you
or
can
milk,
do without one of them. You can't do without both of them.
Yes, and that's yes. You can't just add water to the cheese powder.
You can add more butter and then use water.
Yeah, just add more butter. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, this is a story that I think about all the time of just the classic Big Brother story. This kid I grew up with, I went to church with him, and that's how I grew up. No, but I would spend the night at his house once in a while, and he had an older brother that was like probably 5 years older than us, and we were like 12, so his brother was like 18 or something, and we were eating mac and cheese in his kitchen at like probably 2 p.m.
Yeah,
and his brother woke up like from a night's rest. Like he woke up at 2 p.m. and came out and was like, "What are you guys doing? Are you eating mac and cheese?" And we were like, "Yeah." And his brother just was like, "Let me get some of that," and grabbed his little brother's spoon, put like the biggest mouthful you could imagine in his mouth, and then spit it back into his bowl and walked away. And I was like, I laughed so hard because my friend was like started crying.
Oh yeah.
But I laughed because I'm like, I just know that Big Brother mentality of like, I don't even care to enjoy this. I just want to ruin your day.
Yeah, dude.
He could have swallowed. He could have just eaten a whole. He could have just, if he wanted, he could have just finished the bowl of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
But instead, he chose to put it in his mouth
and
first
destroy
and then spit it back out.
Destroy.
Yeah. Nobody gets to enjoy mac and cheese.
That's hilarious, dude.
It's one of my favorite memories. He died. That guy died too. He got cancer and died.
The older brother?
Yeah. R.I.P. Same as Charlie. R.I.P. Charlie.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry,
he's still kind of the man,
one of those things where, like, in the background of your head, you're like thinking about, because I'm like, oh, it's a funny story. God, he's dead, and I'm like, well, I gotta tell you,
he's still kind of the man, though.
Oh, he is the man. Yeah, still, he died the man to me. That's all it takes. Spitting some mac and cheese. You're my guy.
Oh yeah, dude. Because like, I remember one time I deleted my brother's video game.
Yeah.
I was like, I deleted the save file, and he's like, "You piece of shit."
Yeah, video games like as a kid are like that's big time stuff. That's like your phone nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like that would be like you being like, "Sorry, I threw out your phone."
Yeah.
Back then, video games.
Fuck! I put all these hours into it. You piece of shit.
Yeah, I do get it a little bit. Like if you're. It would kind of be like at work, like you saved something and your coworker just deleted it, and you're like, you fucking asshole.
Yeah,
I worked so hard on that.
That's why I don't really play video games that much anymore, because I'm like, whatever. I've gotten everything I've needed to take from this. There's nothing more here.
Yeah, same. The only reason I want to play video games is because I like football, and I wasn't a man enough to play it. So now I get to be like, oh, I'll play Madden, and it feels like I'm playing football.
I played football in middle school. It was embarrassed. It was the worst decision I've ever made in my entire life.
That's why I'm glad I did what I did, because now I get to look at it like, I bet I would have been really good.
My mom and dad should have stopped me.
Yeah,
but I was on my own trying to figure out life on my own.
Do you know why I didn't? I went to like the pre-tryout thing, and I was they wouldn't let. I weighed too little. They were like, it's not safe for you to go. Then I was just like, oh, I'm just a pussy forever now, I guess. Like, you literally just told me I'm too light. You're basically like, you're a pussy bitch. You're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
you can't be on the field.
I literally joined football like George Costanza to like meet people.
Yeah,
it's like, let me network in my fucking middle school.
Yeah.
All these people that make fun of me and call me.
I was gonna say, it's so funny that you chose football, because like if that was your if that was my mentality, like I want to meet friends, it's like you got to go cross country, you got to go track, you got to go like accepting sports.
There was no guidance in my life.
Yeah. Football's the worst one, because you're like, the people on that team that are taking it seriously, if you're not, you're gonna be an outcast immediately. Where there's other sports where it's like, yeah, we're just here for fun. Like, we can just enjoy. But football's the worst one to be like, I'm gonna make friends. It's like, no, they've been best friends since they were 5.
Yeah,
and they've been tackling each other like animals. Yeah, while they're friends. It's like, and then you're like, hey guys,
here I am. Yeah. I'm here to network. I'm here to network as a child.
Yeah, it's a terrible.
No, my parents should have not let me do it.
Yeah.
And now here I am with the microphone.
Well, dude, you at least you didn't get too much brain damage. You're about to go to sleep.
No.
I genuinely.
I'm just listening.
If I looked over and you were asleep, I would keep this podcast going for so long.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, dude, I'm editing it. I'm deciding what's
I'm the deciding factor.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up. We're
probably
close to an hour, right?
Yeah.
54 minutes. We're good. We'll probably have to cut half of it, but
oh, that's okay.
This was an emergency episode.
No. What am I grateful for?
It's so funny. Sorry to interrupt, but it's so funny because like when most podcasts do plugs, we're just like trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
Most people are like, "What do you have to plug?" And we're like, "What am I grateful for?" Fuck.
Did you know we stole this idea?
Yeah. Well,
but I was unintentionally.
We didn't steal it. We happened to think of it second.
Yeah, but we do it a little more complex style.
Yeah. I still don't know if you told me who. Maybe you did. I forget. You can tell me.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, what are you grateful
I am
for?
grateful to, that I got to take a dip in the pool.
Yes.
One time this summer. I was happy about
nice.
it. It's a good feeling. It reminds me of the time that this girl I had a crush on, I went to her house and we hung out outside and then I accidentally fell in her indoor pool.
Indoor pool?
Yeah. Well, no, actually I only stepped inside.
Oh. Well, that's not...
But I almost fell in. It was almost really bad.
Yeah, sure.
And she laughs about it still to this day.
Isn't it crazy from her perspective? It probably wasn't a big deal, but for you, it's like
absolutely devastating.
Yeah, I'll think about that for the rest of my life.
I think about like how I'll never.
Get over
I
have
it.
moments like that too, where I'm like, that girl probably doesn't remember my name, and I remember like her birthday.
Yeah.
Just because I embarrassed myself in front of her.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, Margaret.
Margaret, you
January 12th, 1990. I know the second you were born, you bitch.
I know the second you were born.
January 12th, 1990, 10:02 p.m. You fucking slut. Ruining my life.
Something I want to improve on. Probably not eating so well.
That sentence followed up by a cough was...
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, so I drank a little less this week, but I doubled down on eating, which I felt a lot better.
I think that's fine.
I felt a lot better, but I was feeling a little thicker.
Yeah.
A little chunkier, but...
Well, yeah, because, like, beer, like, will make you gain weight, but it's not... It takes a while, and it's water weight. It's not, like, that thick. Yeah. Like, if you eat a lot, you feel, like, heavy.
Yes, and that's how I feel. But not a bad feeling at all.
No, because I will say, if I stop drinking as much and eat more, when I work out, I feel stronger.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it's energy.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, when you're drunk, you just feel good and everything's okay.
Yeah.
When you're just working out all the time, it's not okay. You should have worked out harder. You should need to work out harder.
Exactly. Yeah, life is
it's not okay.
Goddamn nightmare, dude. Because like I was listening to some podcast about like with some sober guy, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should stop drinking. Like, what's the point of it? And then they were just saying like how every day, like they always think about how much more fun it would be, and then they're like, but the downsides outweigh, and I'm like, oh, so that just so you still feel the way I feel right now, but I just decide to drink and you don't. That sucks.
That's crazy.
That sucks.
And then you're like, am I a pussy? Am I an amoeba of a human being? Am I just such a pushover that I have to drink because it's too hard? And these guys are like, my life is hard every day.
Yeah, like there's times I like all day at work I'll be like, I don't want to drink. I have no desire. There's no purpose of it. And then I get home and I'm like I do healthy stuff. I'll eat like a good meal and like work out. And I'm like, well, yeah, but then now what? You just sit here? Like,
yeah,
I have one drink.
Wait to go to bed. Yeah,
it stinks.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's awful. We just went radio sounds. Yeah, it's awful. And something I'm looking forward to. Something I'm looking for. All right, sorry. Go on.
Something I'm looking forward to is getting a podcast studio like this.
Yeah, dude.
This is tight. I'm gonna try to manifest it.
When we move, I've been looking at apartments in Austin and shit, and every apartment I look at with a spare room, like, cause I want just a room that I'll put like a desk for writing or something.
Sure.
But the rest of it'll just be like, this is a podcast studio.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be, which is the most 2024 thing to do.
Yeah, it's like, does your apartment offer a specific podcast
dude,
space?
You know what I heard? Chris O'Connor was talking about this on his podcast. The apartment that he lives in, they have you can rent out podcast studios that's how many people are doing podcasts, that they're just like, oh, you live in this apartment?
We have
here.
To. Why are we not there right now?
I know. We should just, because we could just do that.
We could.
Yeah.
We didn't even have to worry about this again.
Yeah, fuck this, dude. Let's drive right now.
No. Because I'm stuck on a lease.
Me too. I have like $100 in my bank account right now.
Yeah, it's so funny how we're so confident about moving there. I think it'll happen, though.
No, I'm going to
think
force
we can make
it
it happen. Yeah.
When I moved to Phoenix, dude, 2 months before I moved there, I had no plan or business moving anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you just figure it out. You just go, no, I'm going to do this. And then you find money. You just go, all right, well, now I have to save money.
Yeah, hopefully it's a team.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a team effort.
No, that's what I'm saying. It'll be even easier because it's like once you get a crew of people going, moving alone across the country is a lot harder.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to sneeze.
No. That was my stealthy way of looking at the recorder to make sure it's still recording.
Oh, good. All right. Things I'm grateful. I hate to piggyback, but that pool, man. It's hard to not be grateful for the pool. Yeah. I have gotten in that pool every day the past 3 days, and it's just the thing about pools too is it's like, even if you just go in for 1 second and then get out, you feel different. Like, you feel good. But if you go in and then like swim, you did like, it gets your heart rate going. You feel so good after you get out. I'm grateful for my brother's pool.
Yeah.
Things to improve on. Apparently my fucking sleep, dude. I got an Apple Watch and it tracks your sleep. I sleep like shit, dude.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty conscious of, because I can feel when I sleep bad, but I average like 6.5 hours of sleep, and it tells you, like, you do like a test that tells you how much sleep you should be getting a night, and mine's like 8.5 hours, or mine's 8 hours and 45 minutes is what it recommended that I get, and I'm getting like 6 hours of sleep. I'm like, dude, I'm tired all the time.
Dude. Well, I'll go to bed, but I'll just toss and turn.
Same, but it's also like, all right, if I want to get 9 hours of sleep a night, I have to go to bed at 8:30. Yeah. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that?
You're crazy.
Yeah.
And
then looking forward to, I'm looking forward to the fall. I love foliage and cooler temperatures.
Oh yeah, I can throw a sweater over my big fat beer gut. That's what I like.
I was just talking to somebody else about this. I think pasty white guys, we do the best with girls in the fall.
Oh yeah,
because you can just cover it all up. Yeah, and it's normal to cover. Like, you can just wear a hoodie and people are like, "Wow,
oh, you're so hot."
What a good outfit. And you're like, I'm cold. That's all.
Like, I drink IPAs.
Yeah, I'm hammered.
Yeah, I'm drunk all the time.
I'm looking forward to that, and trying to move the fuck. I think it's time, man. Yeah, it's getting time where it's like we've seen
too many people get up and go. There's no reason.
May I quote the great Tracy Chapman? Yeah. We got to make a decision. We either leave tonight or live and die this way. We got fat.
The whole thing catches on fire. Does that cover it?
Huh?
You did grateful for, improve on?
Yeah, I think I did all.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, we got fat, everybody.
We got fat. Peace out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was good. We did an hour. Yeah.